Imagine this. You walk into a store, you grab some bread, you go to the checkout, and the cashier looks at you. All right, what are you giving me in return? You check your pockets, no money, but you do have a goat. Yeah, because there was a time when people didn't get paid in money. They got paid in salt, animals, sometimes literal cows. And no, this is not a joke. Today, everything is simple. You pull out your card, done. But thousands of years ago, life was chaos because money didn't exist. Back then, people used something called barter. You have something, I have something. We trade. Sounds simple, right? It wasn't. Let's say you have milk, but you want bread. You go to a baker and say, "Hey, I'll give you milk. You give me bread." And the baker looks at you and says, "I'm lactose intolerant." Game over. Or imagine this. You want a new pair of sandals. Nice, clean, comfortable sandals, but all you have is 2 chickens. So you go to the seller, and she looks at you and says, "I don't want chickens, I want honey." So now you're like, "Okay, where do I get honey?" And she's like, "I don't know. Good luck." So now, in order to buy something, you have to go on a whole side quest first. Find the honey, trade the honey, come back. Then maybe you can buy the sandals. This wasn't shopping, this was survival. And it gets worse, much worse, because some things couldn't be divided. Let's say you own a cow, a big, healthy cow, but you just want a pair of shoes. What are you gonna do? Give them half a cow? I mean, you can try, but that's probably not gonna end well. Now you have no cow, no shoes, and a very weird situation. So people started realizing this system doesn't work because not everyone wants what you have.
Nope.
Not everything has equal value, and trading you is way too complicated. It's slow, it's frustrating, and sometimes it's just impossible. So humanity faced a big question. Is there something everyone would accept? This is where things get interesting. People started experimenting, trying different things as money, anything that everyone agreed had value. For example, in some places, they used salt. Yes, salt. Something you put on food was used as money. In fact, the word salary comes from the Latin word sal, which means salt. So technically, people were getting paid in salt. Imagine your boss saying, "Your salary this month is a little salty." Yeah, that would hit different. And it wasn't just salt. In different parts of the world, people used all kinds of things. Seashells, rice, even giant stone. Yeah, actual massive stones. And here's the crazy part. People didn't even move them. They just agreed on who owned the stone. Ownership changed. The stone stayed. So basically, an early version of blockchain, no movement, just agreement. But there was still a problem. Actually, a lot of problems. Hard to carry, hard to divide, and sometimes very hard to value. Like, how many chickens is 1 stone worth? Nobody really knew. So the system still wasn't perfect. And then someone had an idea, a very powerful idea. What if we create something better? And that's when one of the most important inventions, money, real money, made of metal, small and portable, and most importantly, accepted by everyone. Now everything changed. You didn't need cows or chickens or honey. You just needed a coin, and that was enough. But here's the interesting part. The money we use today is very different. Before, money was made of real things: gold, silver, coins, paper. But today, it's not backed by gold, not tied to anything physical, not even paper. It's just numbers on a screen, digital, invisible, but still, we trust it.